Let's start.
Alright,
Let's do this.
let's
Mine's pretty full, so I don't want to like destroy anything.
No,
Well,
I've got two. I have fancy metal.
Okay.
Alright.
Mine's tropical. I might put some in my McDonald's Coke over there.
That's an idea.
That's a strategy.
I mean, I have Coke in the shed. I could probably go get some Coke.
Yeah,
alright.
Mix some. Alright. Cheers.
Cheers, my dude.
Let's go.
Cheers. Let's go. Oh.
That tastes
immediately getting
exactly like I imagined it. Like
that.
If you had like Hawaiian punch and mixed it with alcohol, like vodka, that's exactly what this is. Fucking
that
tropical punch beverage. What is this? Get out.
Straight Smirnoff from Russia. Reminds me of my birthday from Russia. Reminds me of my birthday when we went to fucking LA Casino and I bought shots for everyone of straight vodka. That's what that reminds me of. All right. Welcome to this experience.
I am going to get very drunk.
I'm maybe gonna get drunk because it's the middle of the day.
Yeah.
For me,
it's 9:30 p.m. for me, which means it's prime time drunk time. Okay.
Prime time drunk time.
That was a sentence that I just said.
It was definitely a sentence. We're trying something here. Episode 40 is the random as fuck episode, and we thought, let's get pissed, and then since we're getting pissed, let's fucking film it on video.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking
This is going to be an experience. If I get as drunk as I'm hoping to get, you're going to like this. This is going to be good. I might take another one right now. Fuck it. I don't even give a shit. No, you don't have to take one. This is just bonus shot for me because I'm like,
I'm not going anywhere today. I don't have work. I have work tomorrow.
You just get to be like, you just get to be drunk for the whole day.
Why not?
Another one down. Oh, that's actually.
My God.
Sometimes I have a hard time getting vodka down. This is the easiest it's gone down for me. This tropical punch is really kicking ass right now.
This is easy for me because it's chilled.
Yeah, I chilled mine. Mine was in the freezer. Chilled vodka is much easier to deal with. Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Enough alcohol chat.
Enough.
For now. Yeah.
Oh,
there would certainly be more. But I got food because I knew I haven't eaten since like lunch. I knew I was gonna get drunk. So I was like, well,
I literally ate just before this.
I should probably get McDonald's or something. So I did. Because McDonald's is like down the road. It's like 5 minutes away. I can't resist.
Bakery. No,
okay.
Fucking Macca's.
Macca's,
mate.
I'm probably gonna like pull up a video game or something because and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So welcome to the Random as Fuck episode 40. Number four, Random as Fuck.
Did you remember that we're gonna call it penis therapy?
Yeah, penis therapy. We're gonna whip our dicks out live on camera, and we're gonna show you penis therapy.
At this rate, it might happen.
Yeah, fucking. We're both wearing.
Well, I got sweatpants on, so it's easier for me.
Yeah.
No zip necessary.
Fuck you in American sweatpants. Trackies, mate. That's what you call them. You get used to my fucking Australian trackies. Fuck yeah. And Macca's instead of McDonald's. Fuck off.
No.
You need to get. Have you gotten used to my Australian dialect yet? Everyone
pretty
thinks
much. I basically I'm able to interpret most everything that you say that's like different. You know, like I'm able to like translate it.
Good. A few of my videos that went viral that were Australian, like based on like Australia Day and shit like that. A bunch of people commented like, "Oh, this guy's not really Australian," and I'm like, "Dude, who else chugs a beer in their bathroom? An Australian?" So
you'd be surprised.
Fucking bullshit.
I don't think I've chugged one. But the bathroom is prime place for chugging a beer.
Yeah, chugging beers, and then you can like throw it back up into the toilet
if necessary. If it comes to that, absolutely. It's a foolproof plan. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, definitely not.
I mean, especially when you're underage like I was drinking.
Was.
By the way, this is going public. But I was going to say, disclaimer, I am legal now, so I am, like,
yes.
Yeah, so don't arrest me, please.
But, mate, I broke so much shit because the first time I had a proper piss up was an overseas trip when I was in Rome, when the legal drinking age was 16.
Oh,
and I was
hell
16.
yeah.
So I was just like, I'm even breaking shit by Australian standards. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got some experience.
Nice.
I've got the biggest fucking alcohol collection over there, thanks to my 21st birthday. Like I got fucking like between rum and like whiskey and that, there's like 10 bottles over there.
Jesus.
And I'm. Just bring them all over. Let's fucking die on.
Just drink everything.
I'm ready to
it's
go.
fine.
Some of them are $300 bottles, so that's.
Oh.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I don't know if you. I think that calls for more of a special occasion than just sitting here being a dick.
The 100th episode.
that would be impressive. Actually,
yes.
If we made it that far.
Well, it depends. It depends how much we can crank out.
We barely made it this far.
COVID era. I know. Thanks to fucking COVID era.
Nothing's happening. Yeah, nothing's happening anymore.
Jesus. Have you found another job yet? Or are you still?
No, I mean I'm still. So while I'm here at school, I am working at on the dining hall on campus. One of the dining halls. One of the many dining halls.
Yeah.
So obviously the dining hall's not open during the summer when none of the students are here. So so that means I don't have to work there during the summer. But actually, it might be open, but they don't need like everyone there to work, I guess.
Yeah.
But right now I'm what I'm calling COVID break because I'm too lazy to go to work. So I basically called in and said I came into contact with someone who probably had COVID, even though that's not true. And I'm in isolation for 2 weeks. Sorry, can't come to work.
That's fucking mad.
But
that's so good.
That technically ends when I go back to work on Tuesday, because I only work 3 days a week. Because I also have to deal with everything else a student has to deal with.
Yeah.
So, obviously I can't work all the fucking time.
Does that mean you have to get COVID tests and actually show them? Yeah, no, I'm good.
Not really. But for some reason, they make us do this thing. I've done it like one time. They make us fill out a survey every time we go onto campus that says, I have not come into contact with someone who had COVID. They basically said, are you COVID-free? And you're supposed to do that every time you come onto campus, which means I'm technically supposed to do it every time I go to work. And I did it like one time, and that was only because I went to the gym and they required it.
How are you meant to know though? Like, if you're coming to someone with
Don't
COVID,
fucking ask me. The schools, A, they're paranoid as hell. B, they don't know what they're doing. They can't control all these like 20-year-old kids. They have no idea what they're doing. They're all like in their 50s and 60s. All the like administration people, they don't know what they're doing. They have no clue. No. So, I mean, I don't even know. It's just like they clearly have no clue what they're doing. They don't know how to like properly prepare for COVID. Most schools have sent their students back home already because of COVID. Like there's gotten too many cases in the college town. Haven't done that for us yet, but they probably should have because we're getting close to like 1,000 cases around here. So
if you're getting sent home, does that mean you got to leave the dorm and go actually back home?
Yeah, the students will get sent home. So I'm living in an apartment, so I can't technically be sent home because I have a lease.
Yeah, that's right. You're in an apartment.
Yeah. So I can't be sent home really, but all the kids in the dorms will be sent home. But also that would make the parents who are paying for their kids' college very angry because they're paying for room and board. And if they're not going to get the full benefits out of that if the kids get sent home. So there would be like an uprising of massive proportions if the kids got sent home. Not good.
That's probably why I haven't done anything yet.
No.
They know there's going to be...
Exactly. That's why they haven't done it yet.
Pushback.
And our school's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the state. So it's a no-go.
Yeah,
all the Facebook moms will be very angry. Okay, you don't want the Facebook mom uprising.
You don't want the Karens there with the signs, fucking ready to
you do not want
go to war.
All the anti-vax moms, very angry.
Oh god,
that's a scary thought. Scary thought. Yeah. You don't want that shit.
Yeah, nah. No, definitely not. Yeah, it's kind of meddled down a bit.
Yeah.
What were we saying, sorry?
Oh, I was just gonna tell you to go ahead. I was gonna start another thought, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of meddled down a bit in Australia. It's nowhere near as hectic, and like the places that were the worst, like New South Wales, and that they're starting to open up shit again. And like New South Wales was fucked. It's just like, oh, you can't go without like a 5 kilometer boundary outside of your like where your house is, and it's just like it's like it's literally a prison. Like, all right, lovely. And they've now extended that to 25 k's. So all right, fair enough.
I guess
25 kilometers. And yeah, it's just at least where I am, it's pretty chill now. Just can do really whatever the fuck you want, except cough into someone else's mouth. So you should be completely fine. But yeah. So unfortunately, unemployment is still at an all-time high. I've literally had to get like a temporary admin job until Christmas just to get by.
Yeah.
And like if by Christmas like work hasn't picked back up, I might have to just. I'm thinking about going to uni and just studying something for 4 years, so I'd have to so I can just work part time and get government benefits again.
Exactly.
Because they've cut me off again. Because like there's a job seeker program which they got rid of the mandatory roles for COVID, which was like you have to apply for 4 jobs every month or something like that. So I was getting benefits, but now they've brought the mandatory thing back, even though I'm technically employed by 3 companies already, but 2 of them aren't giving me work.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's not good.
It's bullshit. So I've now got no benefits from the government, just admin jobs until Christmas. So yay! That's why I'm allowed. That's why I'm able to get pissed in the middle of the day on a Monday.
There you go.
Because it's fine. It's fine. So
I mean, what else are you doing? It's fine.
What else am I? What else am I doing? Playing D&D. Hanging out with mates, getting pissed. We had literally got pissed and watched Team America the other night. That was pretty funny.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
America, fuck yeah.
America, fuck yeah.
Coming again to save the motherfucking day. That's a good song, unironically.
Unironically.
That is a good song. The Ghettos, fuck yeah. Baseball, fuck yeah.
Suck my balls.
That's a good part.
Unironic. Yeah. Legit. Otherwise, I've been trying to get back into writing because it's been a hot minute since I've written anything, and then I've been doing D&D, Dungeons and Dragons on the weekend, and I figured out I'm pretty shit at it because all my characters kind of go in the same direction, and everyone else hates the way I play. I've picked this up. No one likes the way I play because they can all do the dumbest shit whenever they want, but as soon as I do dumb shit, it's like, no,
you're ruining everything.
This is a bad time to do dumb shit. And yeah, I did go for the BBEG with a short sword, so yeah, I don't don't fucking blame them for that part. But yeah, it's been chill. I've been just doing work when I can and fucking around most of the time.
Yep. It'd definitely be like that. Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
It was so. I've been playing. So I have D&D every week with some of my friends as well. Every Friday. We didn't have it this past Friday because like half of us were gone or doing something else. But D&D, it's something else because it's my first big campaign, like actual campaign where we're like actually doing stuff and all that crap.
Yeah.
But It's kind of fun because at least for this campaign, all of us are we're not bad at the game per se, but our characters just suck. Like our characters, so I'm a half elf ranger, right? So I basically my character like stays in the back and he shoots things, and for like the first at least few quite a bit of meetings that we did, I could not hit a target to save my ass. Like I would just shoot my bow at something and it would just not work. Like I couldn't when I rolled to hit, it would just not happen.
I remember you said this in the D&D episode with Sir Tamachi. I remember you said this. Is that still going on? Can your character still not
My
hit
character
anything?
has gotten a lot better, actually. I've been rolling much better to hit D20s. My D20s have mostly been pretty good. I haven't gotten a nat 1 since I've gotten back to school, which is good. I don't think I've gotten a nat 20 either, though. But I'm okay with that. But I've definitely rolled poorly here and there. It's mostly on intelligence checks though, so it's mostly just me being an idiot. Not just me being an idiot, but also my character, my little half elf ranger, being an idiot. So,
I've just had a string of bad luck, because I'm now up to my technically 5th character, although I'm saying it's my 4th character. I was a part of 3 campaigns, but I left 1 because I just couldn't be fucked keeping up with it, and I wanted to do other stuff.
Yeah.
2 campaigns I'm a part of, Sir Tamachi's. My first character was the Kenku Rogue, who was chaotic evil.
I remember that guy.
And yeah, fair enough. Kling got fucking ousted as a murderer, and he's being sent off, which is fair enough. Yep. Fair enough. He might come back later. Reformed,
he may or may not
who
come
knows?
back.
Then the second character for that campaign was an Eladrin druid. An Eladrin is essentially an elf, but they can change their power and skin tone by the color of the season. So it's pretty cool.
That's kind of
and they have this ability called Wild Shape, which allows them to turn into animals. And it's
Pog. That's epic.
It's pretty mad. See, he was good, but then apparently there was a scene with the BBEG where everyone was given the chick shit and no, you can't take this person, you cannot kidnap this person. And then as soon as I speak up and say, hey, let's just calm down here, the bitch throws a dagger at my throat and cuts my vocal cord instead of killing me, just because I reckon the DM doesn't want me to talk. Just because. So literally, I'm reduced to 10 words a day. So I reckon that was definitely on purpose, even though everyone else was giving bitch shit. As soon as I speak up, no, shut the fuck up, Trent. Wow. And yeah, so I think I've got a bad luck with elves. Because and then for a new campaign run by this cool bloke Jaden, he's doing a really good job at it, DMing. I've got another rogue, but it's a drow. And the whole thing is that we're using an unearthed arcana subclass called Phantom, which means I'm kind of like undead, but kind of not.
Okay.
And I have these powers, like Whispers of the Dead. It's really good. And you gotta pour another one. Yeah, you gotta pour another one. Just to listen to this, I don't blame you. Yeah.
No, I've been thinking for 5 minutes. I'm like, I want another shot.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're having. I guess I take from this you're having much better luck with the rogue.
No.
You're not.
No, the drow. See, most of the party again was a blue tiefling that talks too much, and these twin half drow that one of them's got a split personality, the other one's a fucking idiot. And again, I try to be serious, the serious drow I am, and I try to do things proper to help people, and they're just like, no, everything you're doing is wrong. And I always get called out for it, and it's just I'm doing what I feel is right. It's just like, no, shut the fuck up. Now's not the time. And I'm just like, now's not the time. And then I say 5 minutes after the idiot waves a dead body in front of a vampire, like, yeah, now's not the time.
Now's not the
you
time.
fucking moron. Yeah, so it was just all fucking stupid. But and then me and another player who was a halfling approached the BBEG to try and distract them from killing a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And I got locked in a magical jade cage in which I cannot... No one... Yeah, I know. No one can hear me. No one can speak to me. And I don't feel anything from within the magical cage.
So what, you just walk around with this cage?
I'm just in a... No, I'm just in a cage in the middle of a town. And I cannot be released unless everyone else retrieves the big bad boss's staff. So the DM was just like, I reckon for now we're going to roll a new character. And I'm just like, you've imprisoned him!
You could have just imprisoned an NPC or something. Like,
I'd rather you kill him. Like, I'd rather you just end his story here instead of being in prison. So he's either going to go crazy or he's just going to trance for the entire time and just let time pass. So now I'm making a Goliath character who's literally a moron, just so everyone else can boss him around, because I don't know how else to work with these people. Everyone else doesn't. I don't know how. I'm sorry. I know one of them's going to be listening. I don't know how to play with you guys. Everything I do is wrong. So I'm going to make a Goliath moron that you guys can boss around. So this is what happens when I take drinks.
It's fair. Like, that one thing I'm happy about is that the people I play with are like, none of them have a lot of like experience, and they can't. We're all kind of idiots, you know. Like, we're not exactly the smartest. We're not the smartest group of people, although we probably should be, because a lot of us have like these crazy fields of study. Like, our DM's like a microbiome major or some crazy shit like that.
What the fuck?
Microbiology? I don't even know what that is.
No, but yeah, I know microbiology, but the fact that DM's a microbiology major, that's mad.
Yeah. So he's we're all like, we all just kind of let loose and are stupid when we play D&D. So
yeah, I'm just I talked about this with one of them the other night. Like I'm just stupid at the wrong moment. So yeah, I don't know. I need a. I even said, look, I'm gonna have a look at how I play Dungeons and Dragons, because I'm doing something wrong, clearly.
Yeah.
So
I don't
know.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like if you can't just be stupid whenever you feel like it, like that's no fun. Like, you got to be able to just, because especially like if you're in the middle of a battle and you do something stupid, like that should just reflect on your character, and other people shouldn't be like, hey, you can't fucking do that. Like, don't fucking tell me what to do. I'll be stupid whenever I feel like it. Because it's literally because, I mean, D&D is like, I mean, it's not exactly like the most vivid picture you can have, because it's all in your head, but I mean, it's the only opportunity you have to do something stupid in a setting that is like fantastical. Whenever you feel like it. You can do anything you want at any point. So, I mean, given whatever your setting and location is in your story, but you should just be able to have fun without all these other players telling you that you're an idiot. Like, I know.
No.
Okay?
Yeah. It's like, because it doesn't matter. Look, I'll...
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, Trent's friends, y'all need to figure it out, okay? Get on the ball and stop doing what you're doing. All right, that's all. Goodbye.
I don't know what I'm gonna reflect and play D&D differently.
Yeah.
Even though there's so much other shit other people could be criticized for, but it's not right.
Listen,
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
There are certain, to a certain extent, I agree that there are certain points where being stupid is more acceptable, but that doesn't mean you should be limited to when you can and cannot be stupid.
Yeah. all I'll say to summarize it, if some of them are listening, is that I'm trying my best and I'm new at the game. So cut me some fucking slack. It doesn't and fuck
Let the
you.
man be stupid. Let the man be stupid.
I love you guys. I love you guys. But God, I'm trying.
Yeah, D&D's, it's just wild, ain't it? It just.
I've joined a few Discord servers. Like one of them, I don't know how I found it. It's cheeseburger. I've joined a few Discord servers about relating to D&D and stuff like that, and I'm thinking of joining like a few smaller like one shots or whatever just to adapt and play with completely new people. I legit and like and practicing that like and I feel like we could do like a multi-person Discord one because like there's programs like Roll20 that we can that people can use to play D&D like online. So I feel like I could do this. So I'm gonna.
I just bought new dice actually because I lost my old set. I don't know what happened to it, but I lost my old set of dice, so I just ordered new ones. They're like green and purple. It's epic.
Nice. I finally bought my own version of the Player's Handbook.
Nice.
Because I borrowed my mates for a while, and I got too many dice that these people had bought for me because on my birthday they bought me a fuck ton of dice. So I've got them. My next character I said was a Goliath. I can't paint for shit, so fuck.
I wouldn't try to paint that anyway. That's way too small.
No, you
I would
need to
paint
meet
him all
these
one
people
color, and that would be it.
The
extent of my artistic talent.
I suck ass.
So here, you focus on this. Hold on, Mike. Mike is asking when we're touring.
And your mom loves you.
And my mom loves me.
Mad.
Double
epic moment.
I don't know. Like I just got this notification on my phone. It's like Mike's like, "Hey, when we touring?" I'm like, "Whatever you want, bro."
Yeah. Tour now. First tour, debut tour in the middle of
COVID.
Sounds fucking mad.
I'm gonna say right fucking now.
Is there any fucking plan with you and Mike?
Okay, not right at the moment. Actually, okay, I did want to talk about this because I guess I just need to like talk about it because you know those things where you like think about it and it doesn't quite do it justice. Like you just have to like think about it or like actually say it out loud, you know? So Mike and I have been talking about living together after I get out of college, which would be very cool. He lives a few states north of me. He lives in Pennsylvania, in Philly, and I am currently my permanent home with my parents is in Richmond, Virginia. So it's probably take me like 5-6 hours to drive to where he is from home. So it's not that far away, but
no, not really.
Yeah, no. But we've been talking about it, and it just depends because I'm gonna have to stay until the like spring of 23, I think, is when I'm gonna get out of college. So
you're planning way in advance.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just the idea to live together, which is nice, and I think with the degree I'm getting, I can pretty much get a job anywhere. Like I don't think I need to limit myself to like a certain place. But Mike, he has been doing a lot of things. I know he has a lot of friends up where he is. And I also have a lot of friends back home. So that kind of complicates things a little bit. Like I don't want to ditch my friends and, you know, maybe my friends and I want to live together, whatever. But Mike doesn't want to ditch his friends. So it kind of complicates things a little bit, I guess. But I mean, Mike and I living together, like I don't want anything more than I want that. You know, because and it also like depends. Like I obviously I want to do music full time, but it's not exactly something I can just do. You know, no. Like it has to be, and I feel like getting a degree is a much more safe bet. Like I'll be able to come out of college. I'll be 23, and I'll be able to be like, hey, I'll be able to get a job, like a full-time, well-paying job, starting at probably like 30-something thousand a year. Like, I'll be able to make a living, basically. And I don't think...
Unless you drop a song tomorrow that gets... You get 100,000 subscribers, then...
Yeah.
Unless that happens.
That happens, we'll have a problem. But yeah, Mike and I... And one thing, I've probably said this a bunch of times, but Mike is criminally underrated. I don't say this, like, as like, his friend. I say this, like, as a fan of his. Like, he is an incredible composer. I think, he's not... I think his... whatever he uses to mix, like, obviously his mixes aren't the best. And, like, he has he probably doesn't use the greatest equipment or anything. I'm pretty sure he still lives in his parents' place or whatever. But he might.
No one's perfect when they're starting off.
Yeah, no one's perfect.
But like, I know what you mean. That for where he is now, he is doing very, very.
Yes, and you know what? Like, he is. It's not just that, but like more like as a musician, I guess. Like the way he composes songs that are like crazy, like so good, like professional level stuff. And I'm just like, how did you do that? How did you do that? But yeah, he's very good. And like I think like today he hit 300 subscribers. And I'm like, dude, you need to be at like more than that.
3,000 at least. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah. Like, you should be at more than that. It's just, and you know what? YouTube is what I figured out is just, and I'm sure you could guess this. It's not hard to figure out. YouTube is dumb luck. It really is.
Yeah.
YouTube is just dumb luck. And I figured, and there are certainly some things you can do. Like, I will say, the most recent cover I did of Acacia which was in that Pokemon music video. It's a recent song. Everyone loves it. Everyone loved that music video. So I was like, well, might as well. And because I liked it too. So I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. So, and that cover in a week became my most viewed video on the channel. Like, It was ridiculous. And I'm not, I actively dislike bragging about the stuff I make. And I dislike bragging about, like, numbers and shit. But, like, the fact that happened in a week is ridiculous to me.
It
like,
is, yeah.
Because it's already, like, 20,000. It's my highest viewed video by, like, 20,000 views at this point. It's ridiculous.
Fuck.
Yeah. And because of that, my subscriber count's been growing exponentially faster than it's been in the past forever. So, and I certainly planned that to an extent, right? Like, I knew that if I covered X song, it would be popular because that was what was popular at the moment. Like, I could probably make an Among Us song and it would blow up because people love Among Us right now.
Yep, true.
But I certainly capitalized on that to an extent, but I did not expect it would get as popular as it is. Of course, there's a limit to where you can predict that kind of thing. And what Mike's doing, there's a million other people that do the same thing. Not as good as he does it, but there's a million other people that do the same thing and that are at around the same subscriber count. And it's just because he's doing that, it's harder for him to get the same kind of traction. But, like, he is just doing so well. Like, the fact that he reached out to me, like, sometime last year, to ask if he could use my lyrics from one of my English covers in his own cover. And I was like, fuck yeah, bro, go for it. And, he was like, but since then, we've talked quite a bit, and he's a pretty good friend of mine now. And it's crazy that I, like, got to know him because he's so good at what he does. Like, I just can't, like, praise his abilities enough. Like, he's just very
Mike,
good, so.
Come on the podcast, you son of a bitch.
I will ask him at some point. I will. And I'm sure he'll do it. It's just, I know he works a lot, so it will be troublesome to work out a schedule. But I will ask him at some point because I'm sure he'll do it.
Good.
But yeah, so Mike and I want to live together. It's just, there's a lot of complications right now, and it's still 2.5 years in the future. So...
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
So it's... But, I mean, having a plan for when I get out of college, because I don't want to live with my parents. I'll say that.
No.
When I get out of college, I don't want to live with my parents anymore. I'm fucking out of there. And so having a plan of action ahead of time, not a bad idea. So...
Yeah. No, it's completely fair. Like, it's... Especially right now, with the height of all this bullshit happening, it's good to plan ahead, but it's also like have a contingency as well. Like, 'cause, like, I know I want to, because I've studied a lot of smaller things. Like, I've got a Certificate 3 in security operations, and I'm doing a business plan course so I can run my own security company. But I know that's not going to take me. It's not going to take me far. I'll be able to make a little money, but not as much as would be required to own a house. Yeah. So I do plan on studying something. It's just I'm conflicted on what that should be. A lot of people are telling me to be a teacher. I'm like, I could. What should I do? I could do that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, teachers do make a decent amount. And
yeah, I bet teachers are in America don't make that much, but I bet in other places they do better.
But yeah, like they do all right. At least in Australia, so, like, I could start it, and by the time I'm 25, 26, I'll have the degree, and it's just like, it's really weird, though, because even though, I'm 21, I kind of expected to be in a better place, but literally...
I think most people do by this age, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, see, actually, this is the thing, like, I had this whole plan, like, last year or the year before that. Like, I wanted to go, like, I wasn't going to have a 21st birthday. I wanted to go to Japan for 2 weeks. Like, that was the plan, but then COVID. So, next year or the year after is when I want to do Japan, and we need to meet the fuck up.
That's going to happen.
And then after that, save up for a house or whatever. Like, start saving up for a deposit. And... like, that's the plan. It's just making that happen by finding an appropriate, like, a good job is the only thing. Because I don't know if it's the same in America, but at least here there is fuck all full-time jobs now, unless you have them degrees and, like, certificates and shit. It's just all casual work, so so people don't have to play holiday leave and stuff like that. So it's fucked.
It's not much better here because of COVID, a lot of the full-time jobs kind of got fucked.
Yeah.
So it was, but yeah, it's not pretty. I'll say.
No.
I'm not. Our upcoming presidential election is not making it any less scary.
Oh, I don't know if we should get into that.
No, we definitely should not. But I will say,
no.
I'm not a fan, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not a fan of either of them. Of either of the primary candidates. I don't like either of them. And I want to say, like, Joe Biden will be a necessary change, but, like, he's a senile old man. Like, but, I mean, what can you do? They're both old as fuck. They're both old as fuck. But
you either have a blonde TV nut who has been fucking everything up. Like, although a lot of people have been saying, like, oh, he has brought a lot more jobs to the American economy, but it's just but
he's also a fucktard.
He's also a fucktard, to the highest degree.
Yeah, definitely the highest.
Yeah, and then you're right. Joe Biden, he's
like 92.
Everything he's old as fuck, and I feel like everything he's saying is literally just to counter everything that Trump's done wrong.
Pretty much. I didn't watch the debate. I didn't need to. Yeah, it's just... I muted a bunch of accounts during the debate. Like, a bunch of the accounts I follow, I just muted them because I'm like, I cannot be asked to see this shit right now. Like, I do not give a fuck.
I unfollowed quite a few people on Twitter.
Yeah. It was like... anyway, I'm not going to get too into it, but basically, the fact... I mean, the 2020 election, we kind of... For a while, we kind of assumed Joe Biden was going to be the one running against Trump. But the fact that COVID is going on right now is what makes it a lot scarier than it already is. It kind of... Because right now, our economy is suffering so much. And, like, I don't know what Joe Biden's going to do. He's probably going to enact global warming policy. Which is cool, but global warming is actually getting better because of the lack of work. Like, the lack of factory production.
I know, right?
So, like, you don't need to do global warming policy right now.
It's such a double-edged sword. Like, because, like, you can tell at heart there's a few things that he wants to change that would benefit everyone.
Yeah.
But, like, is now the time to do it all.
Yeah.
In the height of COVID. At least for America, where it's still really fucking bad.
It's such a... Yeah, it's so weird. But, I mean... Yeah. To be honest, I haven't voted yet, just because I haven't quite decided if I just want to vote for Biden or if I want to vote third party, but I just don't know enough. It's again, and I know we've talked politics briefly on this podcast before, but like I just don't care to educate myself enough, and if I don't feel educated enough about the situation, I don't feel like I should cast a vote because I don't know anything. I don't take the time to educate myself on that, and I know it's important, but right now I'm more concerned with living and not getting COVID. So it's not my priority, I guess. So I want to vote, certainly, but it's just I don't know if I will end up doing it. Just because I'm in such a weird position, and I'm focusing on so many other things right now. Because I would have to absentee vote, which is annoying because technically I'm registered to vote in Richmond and I'm living in Blacksburg. So I'm not registered to vote in this county. So I would have to vote from away, which is just a super complicated process. And overly complicated. It's not absurdly complicated or anything. It's not like I won't be able to do it. But it's just I don't want to take the time to deal with it. But we'll see. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna take another shot. I can't be asked for this fucking bullshit. It's anyway.
We're not getting into this conversation without more shots.
Yeah. So
I'm just gonna match you for shits and giggles.
Fuck it.
It's number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
God.
Anyway. Oh, nice. That went down wrong. That went down wrong, huh? Yeah.
I don't want to see that on the recording. Oh fuck.
Dude, your face went so red. It was great. But
I'll eat more of my muffin.
Yeah, there you go. I still have chicken nuggets left. It was... What was I going to talk about? Oh, so one thing that I saw you saw what I've been doing, but one of the things I've been up to recently was I recently started an out of context fairy tale account, which is
I saw that.
Very fun. Because basically, fairy tale's a dumb show, and I recognize that, and what's one of the reasons I like it so much because of how stupid it is, and a lot of people will if they're serious anime fans, they probably like One Piece and My Hero Academia, and those shows are great and everything. But if you're an idiot like me, fairy tale's the way to go.
There you go.
Yeah. So I have been building up my portfolio of stupid clips from fairy tale. In fact, I will probably send you some to view. Portfolio. Oh yeah.
Portfolio.
Yes.
Stupid screenshot.
No, it's not just screen. It's mostly clips, actually. It's mostly clips. But if I can pull it off, I will see if I can send you some. Some of them are so stupid. And that's why I'm like, you don't have to know Fairy Tale for this to be funny. Like, it's just gonna be funny regardless. So as of today, it's Sunday, so I'll be starting to post stuff every weekday, starting tomorrow, which is gonna be at noon Eastern time. So every day at noon Eastern time. So it's gonna every weekday at noon Eastern time. So there's just gonna be stupid clips. Like, even I have a folder of all the ones I've posted, and then I have in just the normal folder all the ones I haven't posted yet. And I have like 60 something of these clips that I haven't even posted yet. And I've scheduled posts for every weekday up until the end of the year.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So
Jesus
I've been building
Christ.
up, and you know what? I haven't even gotten through, like, and the reason I've been able to do this, right, is because I keep Fairy Tale on as background noise while I work.
Yeah.
Because I like just having noise going on. So if I ever, like, if I'm just, like, on a point of break and I see something like, that's funny, I'll just, like, clip it and I'll put it in my little folder and I'll have stuff to use. So I've scheduled, well, I think except for Christmas. I haven't scheduled something for Christmas, and that's only because there's a Christmas OVA that I want to take a clip from, that I haven't gotten a clip from yet. So, I'm gonna upload a couple of these so I can send them to you on Discord. Just a couple of the good ones that I like. I'm
just gonna mention right now, 4 shots with that raspberry muffin. They're not mixing well.
Ooh.
My stomach. It's straight vodka as well. So
nice.
My gut is weird.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the out of context Fairy Tale. So if you have Twitter, you should follow it. It's at OOC Fairy Tale. It's literally just going to be so stupid. It's going to be so dumb. Like, I don't know if you understand how dumb it's going to be.
I love the banner.
It's a good one, isn't it?
It's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just kind of a little side activity I've been up to recently because and it's gotten, and this is the magic, right? The magic, it's gotten almost 80 followers up to this point, and I barely posted anything. You know the reason for that? Reddit.
It's because
Reddit.
Yes.
I posted on the Fairy Tale Reddit. I was like, hey, I made this account. It's going to be stupid. You guys should follow it. And boom. From there.
They're coming.
Yeah.
Reddit is such a dark horse. Like, for those who don't
really
know
is.
it, like, it is... Like, I don't know jack shit about Reddit.
I don't use Reddit that much. But...
Like,
I was like...
I'm struggling enough to deal with, like, Discord server communities and, like, a bunch of different servers and their communities based around them. Then you go to Reddit, and it's just, like, that times 1,000 and just as retarded. So,
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know if I want to get it into Reddit, but I feel like a lot of time can be wasted on Reddit.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, certainly.
I'm ready.
Reddit is certainly there's this. I have this Reddit. I can't remember exactly. It's just like our Reddit, the memes subreddit, just r/memes, and it's just so dumb. Like, they post the dumbest shit, and it's just so funny. Like, I don't even know why. Like sometimes, it's very rarely, but I scroll through it sometimes, and I'm just like, this is fantastic. I just can keep looking at this forever. And there's a lot of very specific subreddits too, you know, like very specific.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an experience, I think. Like, you just have to initiate yourself at some point. And but other than that, I mean, you can find anything you want on Reddit. Even my dad uses Reddit. Like, he uses Reddit for, like... Because, I mean, my dad's pretty familiar with computers. He's not one of those, like, old farts who's like, how do you use this? But he's, like... He's been... Like, it's probably within the last year or so he started using Reddit, but he's on Reddit. And he's been, he's been on, like, the subreddits for, like, world travel or some shit. You know, imagine a 50-year-old white man. What his subreddits would be. That's what my dad's doing. I'm
expecting a bunch of car subreddits.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're not far off there. I don't know, but probably something like that. Like, but yeah. Because he's literally texting me saying, look what I found on Reddit. I'm like, what? Dad, you what? So...
I had to show my mother how to use Twitter the other day.
Nice.
She followed my author account. I'm glad she hasn't found my personal account yet. That's the one with a lot of shit on it.
Yeah.
It's...
Here we go.
But Reddit is an entirely different thing.
Oh, Reddit is something else entirely.
I wasted I'm now almost entirely off Facebook. Like, I've deleted my author account and our FireStorm Facebook page.
Yeah, Facebook is just... Oh my god. I can't be asked to deal with Facebook.
And I've unliked every single page I've followed on Facebook just so my feed is nothing but what my friends post.
Yeah.
So, like, it's... I barely check Facebook anymore, which is, like, fine. And even Twitter, because it is just a feed that you can choose to be, like, latest first. Half the time I'm only on there for 10 minutes and then I'm off. So it's like, This is mad. But I'm still wasting a fuck ton of time on YouTube and Discord. That's where I waste my fucking time. So, I don't... If I got onto Reddit, I think I would just do nothing but waste time, and I want to be more productive. So, I don't think I can get into Reddit just yet.
Understandable. See, I don't really use Reddit that much. I literally just used it to be like, hey, you should follow my fucking Twitter account. That's literally bad. You know, like, it worked way better than I thought it would, to be fair. So, I'm going to send this email to myself. There we go. Yes. Okay. I'm going to get these videos, because I can't mess with Discord right now, because I'm screen recording it, but, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna download these videos onto my phone, and send them via mobile.
Nice.
So you can see them.
But
yeah, so again, follow my fairy tale account. That'll be very fun. I'm going to send you these videos.
How strong? I'm curious. How strong is your alcohol?
How strong is mine? 60 proof, so 30% alcohol. Here, I sent you videos.
What are you?
Alright, check the Discord chat. So you can see.
Was that for the whole bottle? Or is that for...
Well, it just says 30%. So 30% of this is alcohol. I got this Pinnacle because it was what my friend liked.
37%.
Oh.
Suck a dick. That's why I'm feeling weird.
Yeah. So yeah, I usually drink like the last vodka I had was Burnett's, but this Pinnacle I got because my friend I was out getting alcohol with my friend. And he was like, "Oh, I like the Pinnacle stuff. Like I always get the pineapple flavor of the Pinnacle." I'm like, "All right, I'll get that too," and it's been pretty good so far. And that's honestly probably the reason it's been going down so easy. It's probably because it's a bit less % alcohol than the other vodka I've had. So,
because I'm starting to get a bit like a ooh. Like,
I might need another shot to catch up with you.
Catch up with? Fuck off! I've been doing the same as you.
Well, no, I mean alcohol wise. Like,
yeah, you take another one and I won't look. So yeah, pretend.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are you sending these bitches?
I sent them in the Discord chat, in our Discord chat.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just watch them. They're like very short clips. They're just stupid. Shut up, loser!
What? Okay.
It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dumb.
Yep.
I mean, all right.
Just the one. One of my favorites is just the one. Yeah, go ahead.
That's not what I expected from Fairy Tail. Like,
no, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like, literally that 1 second clip of Natsu just punching the kid's face and being like, "Shut up, loser." That's one of my favorite clips. Just shut up, loser. It's funny.
It's pretty.
Yeah. Like, you don't need context for that.
How big is Fairy Tail?
Significant. 328 episodes. It's chunky. I watched it over almost 2 years. I started at the beginning of 2019 in January, and I finished it last month. So
nice.
Yeah, I took big breaks in between. I would watch. For me, I would watch it in chunks, basically. Like, I probably watched like I think I watched like the first 40 something, almost 50 episodes in the first chunk. And for me, like, and you know, the chunks kind of went on from there. It's all about like when each arc ends, and you'll know when the arcs end. But like I said, you just gotta watch it in chunks. But for me, and I don't know if this will be for if it'll be the same way for you, but we kind of have the same sense of humor. So I imagine that if you started it, you'll probably feel the same way that I did. But when I first started it, I could not put it down, and the main reason for that, part of the reason I think for that was I wasn't doing anything at the time. It was the like winter break of my first year of college. So I was literally just at home doing nothing. So I would just sit down and watch Fairy Tail for like hours on end. And I couldn't stop. Like I probably went through 48 episodes in like 2 or 3 days. Like, it was just done. Like,
that's pretty impressive.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I will encourage you to watch it until you do, but that's always how I felt about it. And like I said, you should not overwhelm yourself with it, basically. Like, take it one step at a time. But I mean, the thing about the first chunk of Fairy Tail, that first like 40 something episodes, you'll get through like 4 or 5 major arcs in that 40 something episodes. You'll get through a sizable amount of the story, which is good. So, but after that, the arcs start to get longer. So, but yeah, it's definitely it. Well, like I said, that 328 sounds overwhelming. It does. But when I first started watching it, and actually the final season ended in late 2019. So when I started watching it, it hadn't actually ended yet. But I mean, as long as you don't go into it taking it too seriously, you'll have a great time with it. Like, genuinely.
I try not to take any anime too.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Like, it's like, I think that's why a lot of people like do not like it. It's because they just try to take it way too seriously. Like, Fairy Tail, if the moment you start taking it too seriously, you lose. So just go into it trying to have fun, basically. Like, and you will, almost certainly.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do start it, just take it in chunks. Don't overwhelm yourself. That's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah. Did you enjoy me swigging straight from the...
Oh, absolutely. That was great.
I was waiting for a reaction, and
no, I'm not even worried, dude. I'm not even like
no.
Just do your thing.
But
yeah. But I mean, hey, all I'm saying is if you got enough time to down 4 or 5 shots in the middle of the day on a Monday, you got enough time to start some Fairy Tail.
Well, okay. Okay. First of all, I wouldn't normally do this. For me. Fucking...
But yeah, no, I mean, I get it. But like...
Yeah, this isn't a normal... This is a special...
It's a special
case.
Special Monday.
Because...
Do I have any paper towels?
Because we came up with 100 ideas at once. Because we're trying to make this shit more interesting.
Fuck.
And drinking on camera was kind of the idea. So...
Now that's a good idea. Man, we're smart.
Pretty good idea. We're so smart. But look,
yes, we are.
I would not normally drink during the week. And I'm probably going to regret what I've done later. But it's fine. It's fine. It's for the content. It's to make things funnier.
It literally do not matter. Okay.
Yes.
I'll probably take another shot here in a second. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, who fuck shots, drink straight from the bottle. It's it makes you look more like an alcoholic. Or like it makes me look
certainly.
And I'll go and get my collection and I'll show you the collection of how I haven't opened half of them. But
I mean
one
thing at a time here. But I was totally gonna talk about something else and I forgot what it was.
But fairy tale does seem like you have to be because why take anime? Why?
Exactly.
There's no point, and especially with fairy tale, I reckon anything that goes for that long, you just kind of gotta sit back and go for the ride. Because I know
absolutely.
The only other show I know that people take completely seriously that is that long is Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
and
I think Naruto probably.
Probably, but it's so fucked. I found out a few of my mates, a lot of my mates know I'm a big fan of anime and all that, but I found out a few of my mates don't watch a lot of anime, but love Dragon Ball. They watch Dragon Ball all the time, and I'm like, it's like, what? Okay, that's pretty mad. So, yeah, they don't, they just watch it as if it was any other TV show. It's just, Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
There you go.
Good for them.
It's just that's pretty interesting. Yeah, fair enough. This is actually then again, one of my mates, my best mate, the only other show, anime-wise, that he would watch is High School of the Dead. We've watched it so many times.
Nice.
It's so fucking funny. He literally came over and we were playing Tekken, and he's just like, bruh, you got High School of the Dead? I'm like, I got High School of the Dead. How you fucking know this, mate? We were pretty drunk off our tits. I was just like, dude, I'm always the one that brings it over. Yes, I have High School of the Dead, but we watched Team America instead. But it's just like
fair.
Still pretty mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you gonna go? You gonna change?
Something. Well, I was gonna say I was thinking of something else I was gonna say because I was thinking about what I some things I wanted to talk about before we started recording this, but. If you can, and this goes down to anyone too, you should watch the English dub of Fairy Tail, because I don't usually watch the English dub, but man, the English dub of Fairy Tail, it's because I also watched the dub of My Hero Academia, both are incredible, top notch stuff. So, and I think for me, one of the things that has differentiated Fairy Tail for me was that I watched it in English. So it kind of reminds me of the Pokemons and the Beyblades of my childhood.
Beyblade.
So, oops, I hit the microphone. But yeah, that's one of the things. So it's only on Funimation, which is stupid. But
well, Fairy Tail.
No, the dub of Fairy Tail.
Wow.
Yeah. So but yeah, I mean, I get it. It's marketing, but come on. It is the first 2 seasons of the dub are on Hulu, and the first season of the dub is on Netflix.
I mean,
but yeah.
Wait for the rest of it to be released or pirated or anything else, but yeah. But
I was gonna say something else. Oh, something I've been thinking about. This is just random thought, right? completely random, unsolicited thought. THOT thought.
Thought.
I've been I like the more I think about it, the more I want to try doing voice acting professionally. There's some left. But one of my problems is that I think I'm not as good at the acting part as I want to be. Cause when you think about it, think about all the anime noises that they have to do, like the and all this other fucking bullshit. Yeah. Fuck me, daddy. Like all this other bullshit, and like they do it, and the voice actors, the professional people, they do it very well. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like, I can't like comprehend that in my brain. So what I've been thinking about doing is that I've been reading. You can see my bookshelf right there.
I see one book on the bookshelf.
Well, no, there's some more here. So like, see this end right here? There's some more right there. So all the actual books are on that side, which is blocked by my dresser a little bit. But I've been reading the continuation of Fairy Tail. So there's an official sequel. Obviously Fairy Tail was originally a manga. And there's an official continuation. It's the storyboards and stuff are by the original author, but the illustrations are done by someone different. So that's the reason why he can do multiple projects at once. Because he also has another series that he's working on, which I'm starting to read. But I've been reading the official continuation, and what I've been thinking about is I'll just take one of the manga out somewhere where I can be loud, and I'll just read all of Natsu's lines in a Natsu, the voice I would do for him, and just practice that, because we don't have an official. It's easy, right? It's easy to copy someone's cadence and inflection if it's already existing, because it's easy to be hear a scene from a dub and recreate exactly how they spoke it.
Shut up, loser.
Shut up, loser. But it's not as easy when you don't have that yet. And we are thinking, the community generally is in agreement. The continuation of Fairy Tail will get an anime at some point, but though it probably won't be for another 2 years or so. But until then, we don't have that voice acting yet. So I've been well, if I want to practice, I'll just take one of those damn manga out into my car or something, and just read all the lines and see what I can do with them. But just to practice, because I think you just gotta practice, That's how I got any good at singing, is I just fucking did it all the time.
You just gotta fucking give it a crack and keep going with it.
Yeah.
Especially with voice acting, depending on you could go groundworks and just do stuff on YouTube for a while and try and grow an audience based around your voice acting, or I know there are online stuff for voice acting.
It's really hard to get those. If you're auditioning for something, it's borderline impossible. It's I guess it's just practice. One of the things, and kind of what my ultimate strategy, if you will, I'm sure you probably heard that Nate Wants to Battle did a lead role in Luck and Logic, I think it was, in the English dub for an anime called Luck and Logic. And he's not someone that usually does voice acting like that, and I'm pretty sure they just chose him because he has an existing following. That's my strategy. To get cast. It's to just build up a following and then be hey, I got X amount of subscribers, you should hire me to voice act in your show.
Does anyone like this voice? I can do this voice. Hire me to do this voice. And it's just like, fuck yeah. That's all you want.
Yeah. But that actually, like... And... How do I say this politely? At the same time, while there's a lot of competition, a lot of the competition makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of the competition is...
There's a lot of not so good people on YouTube, and like I can't talk for shit. If my audiobook is anything of I'm not the best. I certainly, like, if I ever do even like, yeah, and there is a lot of not great people on YouTube. They try their best.
Good for them.
Good for them for trying their best. But I'm allowed to give my own constructive criticism. Yeah. Not. I feel like that chance you can get in there. And the thing as well, like, say with original projects, like with Nate doing Lock and Logic.
Yeah.
The good thing about that sort of thing is you can kind of give your own take on a character and do a voice that you think matches them, rather than things like abridging or what you've been doing dub from home, where like you have a reference to go off of and you can just imitate that sort of style, that sort of voice. So there is a huge difference nowadays, but I mean, it's voice acting is also something that would be mad. Like I've always, like, being an author is the one thing I've properly taken a shot at.
Yeah.
Whereas things like music and voice acting, I just haven't. Like, I've liked the idea of doing them, but I just haven't put the time in for either one of those. Mm-hmm. So if you put the time into it, I'm sure voice acting could work.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, it's hard to know where to put that time when it comes to voice acting. Because for music, it's always just been, I'll do my own thing. And it's worked out so far. But for voice acting, it's like, well, what do I do? Like,
well, you could go on, like, what's the website I got Nakaishima off of?
Casting call?
It's like the casting call, yeah. Like, you could just make an account on there or just apply for a bunch of projects and just fucking, if one of them bites, then one of them bites. But, like, it's all just, like, just do it. And if you want, practice a bit beforehand. Like, if you build a big enough portfolio and, like, from those experiences get better, then that's just one thing you can do.
Yeah.
Like, I applied for a few things on Casting Club. None of them went well. Because a lot of them were just, like, deep voiced. And I'm like, I have already got a deep voice. I just need to sound like I know what I'm talking about and act well. So
fuck right off.
I can act. I can act, but I can't do a variety of... That's not,
I feel like I had to burp and then it didn't happen. I'm just playing.
When you open up...
There it is.
When you open up the barbecue sauce, you were holding it above the glass, and for a split second I thought you were going to pour it into the glass, and I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? I was just like, what is going on?
I actually take my shots with sauce, with McDonald's buffalo sauce.
Fuck yeah. We don't have buffalo sauce.
Spicy buffalo sauce. This is the shit. This and McDonald's honey mustard. I like a lot.
Oh. Maybe that's an episode we should do. Australia versus America. And just compare our shit.
Yeah. Mostly fast.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? But yeah, voice acting. Give it a crack. I reckon you do alright.
I definitely want to. It's just like...
you don't really want to.
No. Wait a minute. It's like, I do, but like, you know how a bunch of idiots ask voice actors on Twitter, how do you get into voice acting? And there's no definitive answer. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, what is the answer for me? Like, finding that answer and acting on it is the problem. Because I've been practicing a little bit. This is a little bit of a spoiler, but I've been having the itch to do something stupid again. You know, like my metal cover of Chacarone? I've been having the itch to do something stupid again. I settled on an idea. There's, again, going back to Fairy Tail for a bit, there's a character who basically has a running gag that he's like this fucking jazz guitar player and singer, like independent musician, basically. And he's like, he starts off as a huge antagonist. That when he's introduced, he's a huge antagonist. He's like a giant asshole, super stuck up, obsessed with his power, etc. Eventually Natsu beats him, run-of-the-mill stuff. They fight, Natsu beats him. At the end of, by episode 40 or so, he joins Fairy Tail. He joins the guild. And they're having like a little stage performance, so people will go up and play songs. And this really sweet girl, like the bartender girl, Mira Jane, she goes up and plays this really beautiful song, and she sings gorgeously, and everyone, all the guild people are like super into it, like yeah. And then when she's done, they're like, all right, who's up next? And the guy Gajiel, who's the asshole who turned good, he shows up, and he's like, he's this fucking huge asshole. You haven't seen him up to this point, and he's wearing like a white suit and those like pointed sunglasses that look stupid. He looks ridiculous, and he's like, wrote a little tune I call Best Friend. Would you like to hear it? Well, here it goes. And he just starts playing this like jazz fucking shit, and it's so funny. The lyrics are crap. They're like, sparkling, colorful, shooby-doo-bah. You caught my eye like a shiny piece of metal, so cold. It's so stupid. And I'm like, what if I turned that into a full song? What if I turned that into a full song? And that was my idea.
Sounds... That sounds like the best idea you've ever had.
Yeah. No. I will literally screen record this clip and send it to you. Like, it's so funny. Yeah, it's very funny. But like, that's the kind of idea I've settled on. I probably still will buy a wig and sunglasses so I can do an actual video and look like an idiot.
Nice. It's what you want.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're gonna go in with the meme, you gotta go
going
full
all
out.
out.
You gotta go full.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that, but while there's a bunch of scenes like surrounding it, so while like in the middle of the song, Natsu is like, "This has got to be the worst song I've ever heard," and Gajiel throws the guitar at him and hits Natsu in the face. It's such a funny clip. It's so funny. But what if Natsu never interrupted his song? It's just the full.
It's
just the whole like fucking 4 minutes long. But yeah, it's very funny. So then they kind of start brawling. Like the running gag in Fairy Tail is that a bunch of the like friends, like the fellow guild members, will basically just let loose and fucking brawl with each other whenever they get like ticked off. So Natsu and Gajiel end up just brawling and destroying the whole guild hall, and it's funny. But because like the reason I've been practicing like Natsu's voice is because I want to do his lines. I want to like recreate that whole scene, except Gajiel plays the full song, basically. So that's why I've been practicing my Natsu voice, and I think I've gotten like pretty close. The thing about his voice is like it's down here. It's like this weird fucking raspy voice, and I don't even know if that was quite it, but like it's down there. It's a weird part of your throat you have to reach to get it right.
Right.
But it's rough. But so that's why I've been thinking of doing Natsu's voice for when I practice, because it'll not only just trade my voice and like stamina wise, it'll like get tougher because I'll be doing this stupid hard voice from like down my throat, but I'll also just get to practice the acting part. But I will send you that clip because it's fucking hilarious.
I was thinking of searching it up on YouTube, but I don't feel
You might be able to find it.
Well, how do you spell the guy's name?
G-A-J-E-E-L.
G-A-J-E-E-L.
Yeah. If you just look up like Gajil Sings or something like that, you can probably find it.
Gajil singing English dub?
English dub. That's the one you want.
Gajil's Confession.
Wait, that's at the very end. That's spoiler. Spoiler.
I found the Japanese one.
Is there one?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Did you see the one, the English dub? The English dubs, I think, is funnier.
Yeah, nah. I get what you mean, though. He's just sitting there with he's got a guitar. He's ready to fucking go.
He's so ready to fucking go. It's so funny. Especially because, up to this point, he's just been this giant asshole. He just fucking pops up on the stage like, I wrote a song.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What? I call
Shibidooba.
Shubidooba.
Shibidooba.
It's so funny.
Let's play rock music.
Yeah, that's literally it. It's so funny. Oh my god, that's shit like that is the reason I like Fairy Tail so much. It's because it's just so stupid.
How can you take Fairy Tail seriously when it's got shit like that?
You can't.
Like, you just can't. You can't. Oh my god. That's wonderful.
It's so funny. There's another part that I made I made a clip for that I'm gonna post eventually. But basically, another reason why people don't like Fairy Tail is because it does at certain parts. Even in my opinion, I'm not a huge. Obviously, I'm a straight man. Fan service doesn't really bother me that much. But they're definitely.
That's why I drink clear vodka, like straight vodka, because I'm straight.
Oh, absolutely. But like,
great.
even I can admit there are certain parts where they go a bit overboard. However, there's this part around the 160 episode mark, I think somewhere around there, where it's the tournament arc. Every good anime needs a tournament arc.
Yeah.
And Mira Jane, who's basically the nice bartender girl who I mentioned earlier, she is also a model, like a bikini model, and so she is having a pose off with another bikini model, and so they're doing like swimsuit things, and eventually just every woman participating just goes down in their fucking bathing suit and starts posing, even though they're not actually being scored for it. It's just lighthearted, fun stuff. It's not anything offensive. It's just chicks in their bikinis. They all have huge tits. That's just how Fairy Tail is. It's not really, it's not really out of the ordinary for that at that point. But if there's one thing that I look at to prove that you shouldn't take the fan service too seriously, or really any part, is that at the very end of everyone of like all those chicks like posing and shit, the announcer of the tournament they're participating in is like, all right, it's time for another bikini round, and this old lady who's like headmaster or whatever of one of the guilds is like, stop it, this is an outrage, I can't stand to see any more of this. And she's like on top of this giant statue, and she's like, I've seen enough of this. Let me show you what it means to be a real woman. And she jumps down from the top of the statue and is in this fucking one-piece swimsuit and it's like this tiny old lady, and she like just starts like swaying her hips around, and she's like, yes, this is what like this is being a real woman. And the whole crowd, like the crowd and all the participants are like, oh my god. Like, it was so funny. It is so funny.
Oh
like, that was the exact moment where I was like, yeah, this fan service is literally just nothing. Like, it doesn't, it's not the guy, it's not necessarily the guy being horny. It's literally just like the creator or whatever being horny. It's literally just lighthearted and fun.
I imagine in his head it would have been like, this is gonna be funny.
This is gonna be so funny.
This is gonna be so funny. Oh
that is like, it's so good. You know what? I'm gonna get you the clip right now. I have I have it somewhere.
Just in general, I haven't been able to watch. Oh, I reckon I could watch a lot more anime if I fucking tried. But like, recently I've just been trying to watch like just
you
some
have to put your
shit
mind
like
to
that. I'm like halfway through The Witcher at the minute.
Oh, nice.
The Witcher has actually been really good. Actually, not near the end, I think. But like I'm watching The Witcher. Like I was only able to binge ReZero, not only because we were recording it, not only because we were going to record an episode, but also because it's ReZero. Yeah, it was fucking mad.
Oh yeah.
I reckon like the only other show that I keep up to date frequently with is Ruby. And I don't know why, I just really like Ruby. And
That's
Season
fair.
8 should be...
I've been thinking about starting it here soon.
Yeah, it's tough to get into now, especially with like... with the dramatic change of the story and the animation. But like Season 2, like you'll enjoy it if you can just sit down and get through the kind of shit parts. Like, if you can handle this kind of shit parts, then you'll be able to enjoy the rest of it.
Yeah.
There's so much good in Ruby. It's just... Yeah, they there's a couple times that they nearly dropped the ball, but they've brought it back. It's just...
That's good.
Actually managing to sit through it. But all the fucking, again, controversy, just all the controversy online, like, that you read is just so fucking dumb. It's just like, why is this happening? Like,
why did you do this to me?
There's too much shit to count. But yeah, and because it also airs like because they air it on Rooster Teeth, like their premium thing. But then the new episodes come out like a week after on Crunchyroll. So that's how I kept up with Season 7. Just watched it whenever it came out on Crunchyroll. So yeah, it's very enjoyable. I haven't looked at the new Rooster Teeth shows. There was Genlock, and then there was another one, I think. And I haven't been fucked with them, but Ruby, I reckon you can get into it. I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. Because a lot of, not just you, but like a lot of other people I've met like online really like Ruby. So I've been like, well, I definitely want to try getting into it at least. Here, I'm going to send this. Alright, I sent the video of what I just talked about in the Discord chat. Just enjoy.
Alright. I'm ready. Yeah. Are you guys ready to hear this out loud? Just that's what's gonna happen. Everyone's fucking dead.
Yeah.
And with that crash course in reality, brought down to flat. Party's over, folks.
Oh fuck! That was disgusting. What, she has 2 fingers in her mouth or something like that?
That was so funny. Oh my god! When you see it in the full, like I said, it's out of context, but when you see it in the full context, it's almost funnier. Like, it's so good. Because you literally just see, like, a series of, like, all these super hot chicks posing in these crazy outfits. And then after that, it's like,
what it means,
old lady.
Real woman.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god. Anyway, that's
definitely follow out of context fairy tale, everyone. Definitely.
Yeah, you're gonna see that eventually.
Oh yeah,
it's so funny. But yeah, this is a great, like, there's some great stuff. And the nice thing, another thing I like about fairy tales, like, there's a lot of characters, right? It's one of those shows with a fuck ton of characters. That means there's some gimmick characters here and there that just have these stupid things about them that just make them funny. And a lot of the villains you'll find when you if you ever get to watching it look very dumb. A lot of the villains just look stupid. And it's just for fun. Like, it's just fun. So,
speaking of characters, I got an idea. Of Ruby, what have you seen of Ruby, like, in general? Like, have you seen any art? Like, have you seen the show? Or, like, what of Ruby
I know
have you
very
seen?
little.
Okay.
Yeah, I basically know nothing. Like, I know the main character's name is Ruby, and I could probably recognize it's a her, right?
Yes.
I could probably recognize her if you showed her to me. But
okay.
And then I think I've heard that one song that Caleb Hiles was in, and that's about it.
Oh, that was fucking amazing. Okay, because I'm curious. There's one character in the show, I'm not going to tell you who it is, who everyone loves, but in my mind, I think everyone only loves the character because of how much, like, art there is of them and how much the audience has invested in their story, even though we know very little about them. So whenever you do get around to watching Ruby, I want to see what characters you enjoy the most.
Okay.
Just to see if the same, like, idea and inflection comes off to a new viewer. Like, if you like the same characters as these people that... Because, like, if you search up Ruby fan art, like, you will find hundreds of the same characters, and then you'll find very little of the other characters.
Interesting.
And, like, there's one character in particular that a lot of people love, even though they are pretty cool, but there's not a lot we know about them or just anything about them in general. So... I'd be very interested to hear who your characters, who are your favorites whenever you do get into the show.
It'll probably be pretty soon. I'll go season by season. I usually do for all the shows I watch that are multiple seasons long. I watch like one season and then take a break, watch the next season, etc.
Season one's very easy to digest. There is just like one random arc in the middle of it, which is kind of pointless. But like season one is fairly simple to digest because they didn't know, like, season one would be fairly simple to digest. Okay. You'll be right.
Yeah, because I've been needing it to start a new show because I just finished season 4 of My Hero Academia, so I'm caught up with that now, which is nice. But, so I've been needing a new show to watch, and I don't know what it's going to be. I've been looking to get into a few shows. I might watch Violet Evergarden, actually.
I started watching Violet Evergarden like ages ago, and I got about 3 or 4 episodes in. And it, like, there's a bunch of shows where, like, I get so far into it, and then for whatever reason stop. And then just don't return to it. Even though I really do enjoy the show at the time, I just stop it. Like, there was Violet Evergarden, there was the Angels of Death anime, and there was a few others. Like, I started Sword Art Online Alternative, and then stuff like that. So, like, It's just a bunch of shows that I need to continue. I'm going through my watch list on Crunchyroll.
Sure.
When supernatural battles become commonplace, Asteroid in Love, Yona of the Dawn, Tiger Mask W, because it's wrestling, it looks interesting. SAO Alternative, I'll probably try to get back into normal SAO. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl Senpai.
I need to watch that.
One bloke in my D&D group, Bailey, is the biggest fucking JoJo's fan. And every day he sends like TikToks of JoJo related shit. So I'm thinking of trying to get into JoJo's. It will be difficult though.
Yeah, definitely.
And Demon Slayer, and I really want to get into because I had a brief chat with Alex at Divide Music after he did his cover of the opening, and he and everyone else like been praising the fuck out of Demon Slayer.
I'm pretty sure I praised the fuck out of Demon Slayer to you.
And you did as well. You praised it to me, and then I heard Divide's opening, and I was just like, dude, this is epic. And he's just like, have you watched it? I'm like, no. He's just like, watch it, you motherfucker. And I'm like, all right, Jesus. I don't know why
I've recently subscribed to his second channel where he reacts to songs.
Yes. I subscribed to it, but I haven't watched anything on it yet.
I don't... And, I mean, I've been... nothing against Alex or anything, but, like, I don't like reaction videos. And his aren't, like, the best. I mean, like, he seems like a nice enough guy, right? But that isn't enough to be entertaining. So just maybe stick to music, pal.
Two things. One, there's another show on here, Beyond the Boundary.
Beyond the Boundary? I mean, have no fucking clue what that is.
I don't know. It looks cute, I guess.
You know what's cute? When supernatural battles become commonplace. That's
probably why it's in my watch list. Two things. Yes, I've subscribed to Divide's second channel. Haven't watched anything on it yet. But I remember how when we interviewed him, he said he was thinking of a podcast.
He did start one, didn't he? I saw that.
He started one with Fable, and I've watched the first episode. It's pretty interesting. They did a guest episode with fucking Dan Ball, and that's fucking mad. I love
hell yeah.
And
what are they? It's like the music nerds or something like that. Is that what it's called?
I can bring it up, but and like, it's fucking Alex like has done so fucking well. That collab with Amelie, like the two songs they made together was fucking mad. Both of them are really good. Both of those songs.
The thing is, actually, for Amelie's song, like she wrote the lyrics, but he wrote the song. And I'm like, he
was the lead. He was the lead in that song.
He was. Like, dude, do your fucking thing, bro.
One hell of a team is such a good song. I love, and even without the context of Has Been Hotel, it's just such a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started a podcast, the Audio Nerds podcast. It's pretty good. Check it out.
Yeah, I remember he does on his second channel, he does like these breakdowns of his songs. Like which is, I mean, it's cool to watch like as a fellow music person. But he doesn't, the thing about it is he doesn't break down his songs under the assumption that the people watching know about music stuff. You know? So he breaks it down in like a more general sense. So
fair enough. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I get it, right? I get it, but for me, I was a little more curious about like, hey, what chords progressions did you use, and like, what did you put on your mix bus, and all this other shit. That was what I was more curious about, but obviously, that's not exactly what his viewers are curious about.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. I'd fucking love to get someone like Fable on. Like, there's been like a lot of people that have been doing online music, especially in that sphere, that are now bringing in like the not as big people into their circles, and it's just like seeing Divide Music collaborate with Amanda Lee, like Amelie,
that was cool.
Fucking mad. That's so good. And then like seeing, like it was a while ago he collabed with Dan Ball, but like seeing that as well, like it's really impressive. And like fucking great job that they've got like that they are doing so well that they get that they're able
you
to
know what?
picked up by.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Like they're doing great, and good for them. And the more I think about it, I don't think, because I mean, you know, I follow Divide music and everything. I don't think his music is quite my style. I like a few of his songs, but like I don't know, something about it just doesn't quite hit for me like it does for a lot of other people. And maybe it's because I'm someone who grew up with like not alternative music. I grew up with pop music, and so his stuff is very alternative, very alternative.
And that's why I love it, because I'm very big with alternative.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes
so it's totally understandable. Like I totally get the appeal of his music. The one thing I will say, aside from me just not quite feeling it, there's, and I feel like this is not just for Divide, but also just for people in general. I have a very strict policy that I enact on myself that, and I'm only doing covers right now, but I'm looking to get to join the nerdcore scene, as it were. Nerdcore, whatever is that the fuck they call it? Nerdcore scene, where they compose original stuff based on nerd stuff. So I'm going to join that probably by next year. Hopefully start composing my own stuff. But I have a very strict rule I impose on myself, even for the covers I do, that if I ever do a cover of something, I need to have watched the source material ahead of time. And that's one thing I'm not... this is me being a stickler, but like, it's because I would rather they do what I do and watch the source material to its full extent. But like, I feel like some certain stuff, like with nerdcore songs, like it's very easy to tell that the people who wrote the songs only have a surface level understanding of the source material. And it's like, it's just based on how they write their lyrics. It's one thing to write the song, it's fine, but it's very obvious that if, like, say you're familiar with the source material, like very familiar, like you say it's Sword Art Online or it's My Hero Academia, whatever, it's very easy to tell that a lot of the nerdcore guys only have a surface level understanding of what they're writing about, which is fine. And they get away with it, and that's cool because it's still relevant to the source material. But like, if you're writing about a character, like say, if you're writing about a character like Todoroki or Bakugo, or if you're writing about someone from, what was the other show I mentioned? Sword Art Online. Like, that was the other one. Like I like the thing, like, I like Divide's new song, Reality. I think I prefer that one over the one he did with the other one he did with Emily. Reality's very good. And it's... but it's very, like... It's very obvious that he went through Sword Art Online one time and was like, alright, song time. You know? Like, time to write a song. Like, he went through it just the one time, paid enough attention to get the whole story, and was like, okay, writing time.
Let's write a love song.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, and he, because like there are certainly, and not like Sword Online is the fucking deepest fucking shit or anything, but there are certainly like more interpretations of the story that are a little more relevant to the overall story of Sword Art Online that you could gather from just those first few episodes that were just not addressed in that song. It was just like, hey, Kirito, Asuna, song together, huh? Yeah, so, but that's one thing, and it's very prevalent. I hate to go back to this, but it's very prevalent when I watch and listen to songs that people write about Fairy Tail. Like, I hate to go, like, I don't want to keep bringing it up over and over again, but I see rap songs about Natsu, I see rap songs about name your fucking pick. Like, it's very clear. Like,
I'm
one of the running
a shot
gags.
for this because I'm also going to get into conversations about this, so I'm pouring a shot.
It's fine. It's very clear that they only have a very surface level understanding when it comes to fairy tale characters. Because one of the running gags in Fairy Tail is that Natsu gets motion sick. When people have to resort to writing a line or two about how Natsu gets motion sick, that's not a big part of his character. That's a running gag. Like,
yeah,
okay, cool, I get it, but like, you could have done better than that. Like, you could have very easily done better than that. And maybe that's just coming from someone who is very familiar with the show, but it just seems like a waste. Like, because there's so much potential in that show, and that's where I'm going to try to right those wrongs a little bit, because some of the first few songs I'm working on are going to be Fairy Tail related. So that's I guess I'm stepping in for the avid fans of the show, but that's
a lot of
that's one of the things that bothers me, I guess.
A lot of what you said is very, very true. I have a good example of that as well. It comes from Nate Wants to Battle, actually.
Oh, now,
yeah. Okay. He has done quite a few covers and songs on Has Been Hotel. Mm-hmm. Now, have you watched that yet? Have you watched Has Been Hotel yet?
I have not, but I've seen like some clips and stuff. Have you seen it?
Yeah, okay. No, yes. The D&D group showed me Has Been Hotel like 2 months ago or something like that, and like it's very, very like out there and different, and I was kind of like, do I like this? I don't know. And then I went and rewatched it by myself, and it's very different, but it's also very entertaining. I will stick around because I think they've just got the license to make a whole season. Like, they've got the funding and all that to make an actual season of the show. Now, you can tell a lot of artists now that because a song was made for it called Addict, which wasn't in the show, but it's supplemental material as such for one of the characters. And it's nearly got like 50 million views online. It got so big that everyone started covering it. That's why like Nate Wants to Battle and Amanda Lee, Lil V, and a fuck ton of other people have covered it.
Yeah. And
now, because of how popular it's getting, a lot of people are making songs for it and covering songs for it from it. And Nate has been doing a lot of that recently as well. Like, he did Addict.
New song? Was it that new song that he released like last week?
Right These Wrongs. This is the song I wanted to talk about, because like he covered.
That seems so basic. I heard it, and I was like, this is just a nothing song. I expected more from Nate.
I know. I like it, but there is a few, I feel like there's a few problems with it, because he's covered a few songs like I got most of them actually. Like, he covered Alistair's Game, which is originally by Living Tombstone, and then he covered Addict, which is from the show, and then he made an original called Right These Wrongs, which is based on the Charlie, I think her name is, main female of the show, and the song makes it look like she has good intentions but is secretly a bitch. Like, the song paints her in a completely different light to what the character that we've seen so far in one episode actually is presented at. So it's kind of like jumping the gun and predicting what their character is going to be like later on and making a song based on that.
Yeah.
And like, it's very weird because you can tell, and like, and Nate's done based on Alistair, and that was very faithful because we learned a lot about Alistair in that one episode, whereas Charlie, I think her name is Charlie, all we learn is that she wants to redeem sinners in hell and give them a second chance. That's why she opens up the Happy Hotel. And but the song Right These Wrongs paints her as like conniving and like scheming almost, and it's really, that's not at all what the character's like. And it's very weird. So you like, because when you're going back to saying like writing songs based on characters, and they just get a lot of things off or wrong that are
just
not at all
having
relevant.
a surface
That's
level
what
understanding.
Yeah,
And
see,
not
that's
really
what
going past, like, going the extra mile.
See, I don't think Nate has only got a surface level understanding. I think he jumped the gun in predicting what the characters actually like full on, even though there's only a limited amount of stuff we know.
Yeah.
So
That is
I don't
weird.
know. It's very strange. And you're right, the song was I that's not at all what I predicted when I heard when he said he was doing that song. That's what it was not what I was predicting. Compared to every other Has-Been Hotel related thing he did, that was the complete opposite.
Yeah, and you know what? For me, that was like, I mean, I've only heard it like once or twice, but for me, it was like just a nothing song, because I'm pretty sure it repeated itself pretty quickly. Like, there wasn't a lot happening. And I'm like, this is like Nate's fucking equivalent to, like, you know those songs we've listened to in the past few album reviews where it's just like, it's just nothing. It's fine, but it's just nothing. That's what Nate just made.
You're right. It opened with the chorus. There was like 20-second filler, and then it hit the chorus again. And it was like, this is okay. Like, it's
music, song, like, rock music, song cover, Has Been Hotel. Blah, blah, blah,
blah. Yeah. So, yeah, I get a lot of what you're saying, and I do.
Yeah. It's just a shame that, like, they don't go the extra mile for the most part to, like, learn more about the characters, like, in depth, I guess. But, like, that doesn't make their music bad.
Yeah.
That doesn't make their music bad by any means. It just is like,
that's kind of one thing. Here you go.
Oh, I was like, it just feels like wasted potential, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's like you could have made something so much better had you just gone the extra mile, watched more of the show, and understood what, like, the full extent of the character. And that's kind of how I feel. I think it was one of Divide's songs. I think it was the one about Bakugo from My Hero. And at that point, I hadn't been fully caught up with My Hero, at least the anime. But, like, there's a lot more to Bakugo than just, like, being... Even though he doesn't come off that way, there's a lot more to him than just being an asshole and trying to be the number one hero. Yeah, and that's kind of what Alex's song kind of painted him as at least as far as I remember. I could be wrong. I haven't heard it in a while. But it just feels like, again, they could have done better had they just gone the extra mile, learned about the character they were addressing, and just, like, done a song based on that. Because a lot of their lyrics are very good. But it's only, like, it just stops at the surface and doesn't go any deeper than that, which is a shame.
This is something I kind of touched on with the Amazing Online Artists video, Divide Music. It's like one of those songs, it's like a lot of the songs him and other nerdcore artists make are, yes, they're based on a topic or a character, but they're also generalized so that an outside audience can kind of get the vibe as well. Mm-hmm. And there is a lot of that happening, but there's also room for proper in-depth songs on a character, and like fuck ton of like you said, like in-depth knowledge about the character, and that could be
and
more complicated lyrics could be written, and a lot more could be
and for me, I'm sure, like, have you heard the Tried and True? Have you heard the full version of that yet? The song I sent you a while back. You remember that instrumental I sent you a while back? So
no.
it's been finished for a while.
You released
I've released
the song, haven't you?
Yeah, I've released it. So you don't have to listen to it now, but like, it's not.
No, I'm
certainly
fucking
not
doing it now. I'm getting us copyright stricken with your own song, bitch.
Fuck yeah. All right. So, but it's not like it's the most complicated shit in the world. It's really not. The lyrics are fairly simple. It's more what I want to accomplish, right? And for me, it's not about making a song that directly addresses X character. It's more about creating a song that has the right vibe, that has lyrics that are obviously that obviously relate to X character, but not, it's not like it won't have lyrics like, "Hey, I'm Natsu, I'm Fireman," like, you know what I mean? It just is. It is more of something based on a character, rather than about a character, I guess. Based on a certain character and their motivations, and their goals and their aspirations and their feelings and all this other shit. Like, it's so easy to write a song like that. And I'm working on one about. I don't know why this ended up being the main one, like the first one I worked on, but I'm working on. I'm not going to spoil anything because there's a lot to Fairy Tail, but I'm working on a song based on the main villain right now, the main antagonist of Fairy Tail.
Nice.
Because he's one of the most tragic villains in all of media, in my opinion. So there's a lot to his character, and it's very deep. It's very there's a lot of interwoven story throughout all of Fairy Tail. And you gradually collect the pieces, etc. There's a lot happening. So it is so easy to, and I haven't started yet, but I imagine it is going to be very easy to just put myself in his shoes and be just write down his feelings and turn them into lyrics, and not in a general sense, not I want to kill all of humanity, blah, 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 whatever. You can do better than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, it just... I don't know. I can't speak. I need more alcohol, apparently.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's I want nerdcore artists to be great. So many of them are so friggin' talented. It's amazing. And that includes Alex. He's fucking crazy talented.
Yeah.
And, because the one thing that I put first and foremost in my, music career is that I'm a fan. I am a fan of whatever I make songs based off of. That is, I am an avid fan. I love this stuff, whatever. Before anything else, I am just like everyone else who watches these shows. Before I start writing music, before I, get all fucking poetic and start rhyming shit, before I write a chord progression, anything like that, I'm a fan of this shit. And that is where I think a lot of the nerdcore artists go wrong, is that they're what's popular? And I get it. You gotta make a living. I get it. But they're just what's popular? Let me watch 2 episodes. Alright, song time. And I just...
It certainly seems like that a lot of the time.
Yeah. It's just, because... It's just because I'm also a fan of this stuff that they're writing songs about. That's what makes me feel hey, and as a musician, I'm a fan. First and foremost, I'm a fan of this stuff, but secondly, I'm a fellow musician who understands the process of writing a song, who understands what the hard work that goes into writing a song. Hey, you guys can do better. I know you can. And that's just how I feel. But I guess I'm a weird case. It just happens. And that's another reason why I'm so cool with just talking to people. Even if randos message me or whatever about hey, I'm so glad you did X cover. I'm your lyrics are fantastic. And that's another reason why I think my English cover lyrics are so pretty much universally liked by everyone who watches them. I get the source material. That's the first and foremost thing. I understand the source material that I'm coming from, and that's the only reason why my lyrics turn out as good as they do.
That's something that's definitely very easy to criticize with a lot of cover artists, especially let's say Amelie.
Yeah. It's like what? Because definitely for her, because she is so busy. Like I totally understand the grind.
She's got so much going on that
she is so much happening.
Sometimes it's easy to just write something that rhymes rather than write something that more faithful.
Is pertinent to the show. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
but yeah. Anyway, I think. What are you? I meant to ask. So you haven't been writing recently, but you're getting back into it.
Yes.
Tell us your plans. Go. What are your plans?
Plans.
What are you up to?
So, okay, the two main projects I posted on my author Twitter a few months back are the Protected novel version and Trials of Blood Vengeance, which is the multiple choice story. Now, with the Protector, I have to... I said a while ago I was reading, and that's still the case. I'm still rewriting it as a novel, but now I'm kind of... I'm reworking the structure again, where I had an idea for like the backstory for the the world building and all that, and I am no longer placing it within a school. It's now going to be like outside of school. It's still going to involve a lot of the same characters, but a lot of them are going to be different, and it's now just because I've got so many, I've got like 20 documents of different shit that I'm now just going through, grabbing the bits that flow and I want to keep, putting them into one document, making them, putting them in order of what I want to happen, and then just finally writing the damn thing, because I have overthought a lot. I overthink a lot of the things that I overthink them to the point where it's just like my head hurts and I don't want to write. So I'm now just simplifying it in my head and actually writing the fucking thing so I can make progress. And then if I want to add more complicated shit later, I'll add more complicated shit later. So that's where I'm at with the Protector, and I'm properly getting back into it now, and I'm fucking keen to actually get the shit written again. Yeah. With Trials of Blood Vengeance, by default, it's complicated just because it's a multiple choice story.
Yeah.
Because there's at least three main routes I want to be able to be taken, and then just connecting, a multiple choice story is the biggest head fuck for anyone, especially if you want to make a multiple choice story that there's two routes which are similar, but there's little differences and then when you get to one point, that little difference will become relevant, and that's something I've tried to do straight off the bat. So I've got the story in my head for that, like vampire, werewolf, or the special weapon, blah, blah, blah. I know what I want to happen there. Whereas, with the Protector, now that I'm changing it from school to adult life to royal family, and it's not as clear as I wish it would. I know see, that's the thing with Trials of Blood Vengeance. And with the Protector, I know the characters. So that's kind of this weird...
It's got like a Venn diagram going on.
Yeah, that's kind of like this weird place I'm at. But, yeah, they're my focus at the moment. And because I have been really fucked the past few months, I've just been I've just been really fucked up. That's why I'm not really on YouTube anymore. That's why on my birthday, I kind of I'm gonna say fuck. I can't be fucked thinking about YouTube videos at the minute, so I just put out that video on my 21st, and I was just like, I'm doing great. Fuck this, because the audiobook drained the fuck out of me. So
understandable.
Yeah, so I'm backing off of YouTube, and I'm mostly, now that I've cleared my head a bit more, I'm definitely working on the novels again, and I'm really excited because now I actually I'm more yes, writing, let's do it. I'm more in the mood for it. So I'm hoping next year I can finally show off some progress and get some shit out.
There's definitely like a mood that just needs to be there, because I totally get that. Like, just being in the mood to just actually do things. The hardest part of doing anything creative is actually being able to sit down and be like, let's fucking do it, you know?
It's so easy to get distracted as well.
I
find myself getting distracted by the dumbest shit. Like, it's just like, oh, look, a Top Gear compilation. I'll watch this for 20 minutes. And then you're down a rabbit hole.
Fine.
Yeah, so.
No, I'm exactly the same. Like, because for me, like, a lot of times I'll just, like, have a song sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I just need to record guitars, and then I'll just be like, I'll go watch anime or some shit.
2 months later, oh, fuck, wait a minute.
Oh, shit, I was supposed to do this. But then I find, like, once I actually just decide to sit down and do it, it takes me, like, an hour, so.
Yeah, even though I've had, like, 6 shots, I feel like after this I'm going to be properly in the writing mood because I feel like it now. Even though I've had 6 shots and it'll probably be all
that means that you might not be able to spell, but you're still going to get writing done, and that's fine.
Imagine if I get 5,000 words written down. Vodka!
That's the strategy. That's the strategy now.
Just get drunk and write. That's all we need to do.
Oh, yeah. So, but then as for me, I have still just doing music stuff, basically. Not too many plans at the moment. I'm releasing a compilation album, Anime Covers Volume 1, at the end of this month. Hopefully, at the end of this month. Which is just a compilation of a bunch of the anime covers I've done already. Including one that will be released next Friday, or this upcoming Friday.
Will that just be on Bandcamp, or will that be?
No, that'll be everywhere. That'll be everywhere. So that'll be 10 anime.
I noticed. Sorry, I noticed sometimes you like compile songs. Sorry.
No, you're good.
You compile songs into like an album thing, but only just on Bandcamp, just so
yeah.
The
reason is I don't want to have to buy cover licenses twice. And I've recently been using SoundDrop to get cover licenses because DistroKid, which is what I normally use, requires you to pay $12 every year to keep the cover in stores. But SoundDrop is just a $10 flat out fee. So one time. Yeah, it's kind of lame. So it's not really financially beneficial, especially if you got 10 covers in an album. It's not really beneficial to just throw, you getting paid, you're getting what, like $120 a year to keep that up. So it's not really financially beneficial at my level. So $100 one time is much more manageable. So yeah, that'll be easy. So that'll go up probably at the end of this month. Once I have everything sorted out, most of the new songs are good to go. The reason I put it all in Bandcamp is just because Bandcamp is so easy to use. I can replace an audio file at any point, so if I want to change a song, I can just do it, and I don't have to delete a song and then re-upload it like I would for other stores. I can literally just replace the audio file. Bandcamp is so easy to use. It's just very convenient. So that's why I just shove it most of it on Bandcamp ahead of time. Because I can also upload songs without audio. So I can have it as a placeholder until I have the song done. And then just shove it in when it's done. But Anime Covers Volume 1 should be going up at the end of this month. It'll have 10 anime covers in it. And other than that, I'll be probably releasing the movies, like the Pokemon Movies compilation album, by the end of the year. Sometime. Which will be 9 songs. And then, other than that, I just have a bunch of anime covers, some of the nerdcore songs I'm working on. I'll just go ahead and fucking spoil this now. He's busy right now, but it'll probably be at the beginning of next year. I'll upload a lyric video for Tried and True, which is the song I wrote based on Ash's Pikachu, and a guy named Ben, or Entity Made, is going to be doing the lyric video for me. So there you go. So he'll be. I asked him to I'm gonna do some more Pokemon anime songs probably, and get a bunch of my other friends from the Pokemon anime community to do lyric videos for me, because I just like getting my friends involved and stuff, and most of them are really cool. So definitely check if you haven't seen Entity Maze. If you guys haven't seen his channel, definitely check it out. He reacts to the new episodes every week with two of his friends, and he's just a really cool guy all around. So their reactions are actually pretty funny. I watch them while I work sometimes. But yeah, other than that, I also have plans to do a fairly short fairy tale cover EP, which is basically like 5 or 6 fairy tale openings that don't fit with the vibe of the anime cover albums that I'm just going to like throw into a random EP. So that'll be fun. But yeah, just a bunch of anime covers basically, and then some nerdcore songs here and there. It's basically the plan right now. Yeah, so it'll be a lot of adapting lyrics. I'll be on the Amelie's level at this point.
Epic.
But it's all like it's nothing usual. My Hero Academia stuff coming up, Fairy Tail, fucking Pokemon. Obviously, that's not stopping anytime soon. Pokemon, by the way, they're probably dropping a new opening by like November or something. I am not a happy camper. Let me tell you. I'm not a happy camper because people are going to ask me to cover it, and you know what? When I hear it, I will know whether or not I can cover it, and part of me is praying to the Almighty God, Lord Jesus Christ, that I am just incapable of it. So,
yes.
Because there are certainly limitations to my ability. And the most recent Pokemon cover, not Acacia, but the one I did with Mike, 123, was approaching the limit. Very close. So, and that's the reason it took so long, because that song had been out for almost a year by the time we uploaded that cover. So, it was like, because I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, you know how much fucking BS I'm going to have to go through to deal with this book? Like, it was a lot. So,
yeah.
I'm not a happy camper that they're dropping another opening, but I'll deal with it, I think.
So, summarizing it, you've got a lot of EPs and albums that
I've got some stuff I'm working on.
Compiling together. Yep,
Basically,
a lot of stuff you're working on.
It's nice. And, the whole compilation thing is nice, because I don't have to do a bunch of songs at once. I can just, like, fucking stick a bunch of them I've already done in there, you know?
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I'm not doing much, like, just vibing. You know how it is.
That and college.
Fuck college. College makes me want to kill myself.
Yeah, so...
Bro, if you go to college for a teaching degree, be ready to kill yourself. Be ready to want to die. If that's any reassurance.
And on my end, it's... And on my end, it's getting back into the vibe. Hopefully, gonna try and get something out next year.
Hell yeah.
I'm not really focusing on Trial-Y. Like, Trial-Y is kind of just like what I want sort of thing. There is something I want to do soon. Yeah. There is something I want to do soon. The D&D group I'm with, every time they do a campaign, they want to do something to make it public. They want to try it. They've wanted to do their own thing for D&D for a long time, and then with the first campaign with Sotometry, they were trying to turn that into a comic because we got a few artists in the group, but that didn't really happen.
Sure.
But with this one, with Jaden running it, they are turning it into a podcast.
Okay.
So I'm in that. They're calling it Chaotic Squishies. They've nearly got the first episode edited. So I'll be in Chaotic Squishies if you want to check that out. It's entirely up to you. One thing I do want to do is to promote it on my end, because a lot of us play Dead by Daylight, which is a game they got me into, and I'm actually pretty hooked on Dead by Daylight.
Nice.
Maker Trent plays on that. With them, they can promote the shit, and that's the only idea I've got. Other than that, I'm thinking of studying teaching or something next year, and gonna continue with my writing. And
let's go.
That's the summary of
That's the summary of pretty much everything. I was totally gonna say something and then I just blanked. That is not unusual.
The FireStorm podcast will keep going.
Literally, as long as we can think of shit to talk about. Also, one other thing, I don't think this is the thing I was just thinking of, but I've been talking with this guy who I think we're actually going to trade fairy tale covers. So he's going to guest star on one with me, and I'm going to guest star on one with him.
Nice.
So, but I think he would be on the podcast. He actually lives in Australia. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, he makes some pretty cool stuff. Again, pretty underrated guy, but he's just really cool. So
What's
he and I, Hypotoria.
Hypotoria.
So Hypotoria. Hypotoria.
I'll watch that.
So he's again, he's not like the greatest, I think he's a great musician. He's working on his singing. Obviously he's not the best singer around by any means, but he's working on it, and he doesn't go out of his range, which is I think a mistake a lot of beginning singers make, is that they go too far out of their range before they're ready. And he doesn't do that, which is nice. It keeps it nice and controlled. But yeah, what I'm asking for him to do is rap. He's a very good rapper. So I'm going to have him on a cover of Down by Law from Fairy Tale, and he is going to, he's making a cover of Fiesta. Fiesta, I think, is the opening that he wants me on, which is another good one. I have no plans on covering it, but hey, I will happily do it if he asks me to, and he did. There's another random thing he asked me to do that I should have done already, but haven't. He asked me to do vocals for this cool rap. He made a remix of a song from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and he rapped on it. And there's this little chorus section that he wants me to do vocals for, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Hell yeah!
Nice.
But I think if he and I talk a little bit more, we still haven't talked on Discord yet or anything. Not over voice call at least. But if I talk to him a little bit more, I am almost certain he would be a guest on the podcast. He seems like a really cool guy.
I reckon we'll be able to talk to a few people, get a few guests.
Yeah. So Another thing, I don't know if anyone out there knows Spire. I'm not sure how you say his name. Spire. His name's Marcel. He's a guy from the Netherlands. He does Pokemon anime OST covers. So he's the only guy out there that does that, which is why he's been getting a significant amount of traction. Nice. So it's crazy stuff because there's no official release of the OST from the Pokemon anime. I'm talking recent stuff. So he literally takes it from the show itself and covers them. It's pretty impressive stuff. With the talking and everything. He arranges it with the fucking talking over it. And I'm like, good for you, pal.
Yeah.
So I'm guest starring on one of his songs, which is in the works currently. It's just about done, actually. But yeah, they released a new version of 1, 2, 3. Fun story. They released a remixed version of the first opening. There's a music video where the guy gets his ass out on camera. The singer gets naked, basically. It's a Pokemon song where it's two guys in a pool, and for some reason the music video is the two guys in a pool, and one of the guys gets out of the pool and he's naked, which is something, certainly. But that's unrelated.
That's very
unrelated.
Okay.
Yeah, unrelated.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be in his cover of the remixed version of 1, 2, 3, which is coming out probably soon. So that'll be
nice.
Cool. I am honestly, it's one of those things I don't usually. I'm more of the guy that asks people to be part of my shit. So it's a nice change of pace to be doing stuff for other people. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. That's all the plugs I have. There you go.
That's
fun shit.
Very epic. Well,
we've shot the shit for long enough.
Yeah.
Shot the shit for
I don't know how long we've been talking, but
a long time.
Let's continue plugging. So,
plugging. Oh,
follow every single Twitter account we have.
All the Twitter accounts.
We have a few different ones each. I have TrendJam27 and Malay Author, and
we both have FireStorm Pod. At FireStorm Pod.
And then, well, hold on. You have Silverstorm 100 and Florida Gardens.
Yeah.
And then...
Which we're not active on because Chandler and I we haven't done anything in a while. We're going to, though, over winter break, probably. Maybe.
Nice.
And then I have Out of Context Fairy Tale.
And then you have Out of Context Fairy Tale. And then our collective, which is...
Dick Joke Central.
Dick Joke Central. When Ninja Sex Party isn't providing the goods, we provide the goods.
Oh, so, yeah.
In your mouth.
You better fucking believe it.
Yeah, you better fucking... And then, yes, if you have any questions or suggestions or anything you want to talk about, let us know in the comments down below or on our email at firestormproductions2@gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
And, yeah, so... Hope you've enjoyed these alcohol-filled ramblings. Neither dick out on camera.
Not yet.
Let's change that. Nah. We better. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed it, and let us know if you do like Facecam version.
We probably won't do them that often because this is probably going to take up a lot of memory in my computer until I get rid of it. The screen recording is.
Yes.
But
see, we'll
do them every so often.
On occasion, and if we actually meet. Yeah. But for now, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.
Bye. How do we fucking stop this?
How do we end this? Just leaves chat.
How do we fucking do anything? Wait. Stop. Oh.